adding to this long-term, short-term discussion, there was a beautiful article written by Blodish and Mela, published in the Harvard Business Review, that says, if brands are built over years, why are they managed over quarters? And they are talking about this underinvestment in product development, channels of distribution, communication, and overinvestment in price promotions. So very much talking about the essential of looking at the long term and managing for long-term business success. And what we need to do is, of course, we need to strike a balance between the long term and short term. However, just focusing excessively on the short term and price discounts really make us focus much more on the short term as opposed to the long term. We need to be very careful in making those price discount decisions. One of the things we often hear is efficiency and effectiveness. And it is, again, balance is important. So we can get all focused on efficiency. So we want to do the activities with the least amount of wasted time, money, effort. So the emphasis is very much on getting things done in a very efficient manner in terms of resources. However, it is very important to pay attention to effectiveness, that is doing the right things. Because doing the right things is what leads to success in outcomes. So let's take the example of product service development. There has been a lot of conversation about deployment of voice of the customer throughout R&D, engineering, manufacturing stages of product development. Identifying what customers want to achieve, what is the job they want to get done. In 2020, McKinsey Insights writes about the role of someone who incorporates or facilitates incorporating voice of the customer through the product development, running of business experiments to gauge customer response. This was published in Harvard Business Press. So all of these things show the need to embed voice of the customer in product development. So this is a focus on effective, the right things to do. A lot of these things require human engagement, the human interface. But this will not be very efficient because human capital is expensive. It is going to be intensive in terms of resource commitments. But it's important to engage in this activity. So this criticality of the human interface, incorporation of the human capital, and balancing efficiency and effectiveness for long-term success is critical.